Between Lisa Frankenstein, Drive Away Dolls, Love Lies Bleeding, now Challengers, and the yet to be released Hitman, 2024 is here to make movies horny again. And I am here for it. My name is Ren, and this is my review of Challengers. Welcome back, film family. Thank you for joining me to discuss what has easily been one of my most anticipated movies of the year. Not just because I adore Luca Guadagnino's films and I'm a fan of the entire cast, but I've been waiting to see Challengers ever since it was announced to open last year's Venice Film Festival before the strikes indefinitely delayed it. And Challengers tells the story of tennis player turned coach Tashi Duncan, who has taken her husband Art and transformed him into a world-famous Grand Slam champion. To jolt Art out of his recent losing streak, she signs him up for a challenger event, close to the lowest level of pro tournaments, where Art finds himself standing across the net from his former best friend, who is also Tashi's ex-boyfriend. And walking into films like Challengers is always an interesting experience, not just because the delay has only built up my anticipation, but I am also no stranger to walking into a new movie from a director I love and feeling disappointed. However, that is not the case today, as Challengers is a work of near genius. It's a terrifically stylish film, paced to perfection and filled to the brim with thrills and tension. The way the narrative is pieced together and structured excels at conveying the thrilling nature of a film. I don't know much about tennis, so from my ignorant point of view, the way the film comes across is it's paced like a tennis match, where it's never clear where the power status lies. It's never clear who is in control, and the more the narrative unravels, the less clear it becomes. And that's, however, what makes it so engaging, so thrilling from set piece to set piece as we move throughout this play between Art and his best friend Patrick, and we move back and forth and understand better the relationship between not just the former best friends, but this volatile love triangle. And Guadagnino's nonlinear tale is as sexy as it is an entertaining sports story on how the game is won on and off the court. And each epic set piece, dramatic character exchange, each essential beat is as riveting as it is dynamic, with just the right amount of artistic flair injected into the tennis matches themselves as we jump between timelines and not only witness the slow unraveling of the story and the characters in it, we are treated to incredible slow boiling suspense where there's plenty of shocking and laugh out loud moments, but we're treated to a very steamy and sexually charged story where every sweat inducing moment is in the service of the narrative thanks to the insane sexual tension shared by the leads, which pulsates throughout the entire film. Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross's score is just finely tuned exhilaration, bringing another killer work to their repertoire and giving the film its pumping heartbeat. It's a score I've been hooked on since watching the film. It basically dictates the pitch-perfect pacing of the film, reflects the sexual tension of the characters, and seamlessly blends in with the genius camera work, the fantastic effects, and the insane editing that pushes you to the edge of your seat. It seats you right in the heart of the action in a way I don't think I've ever experienced in a sports movie before at work. And it's funny because for years, Hollywood has replaced actual people or characters with tennis balls before putting in the CGI. Now we're literally CGIing tennis balls in this film with some of the most exhilarating sequences I have seen this entire year. So essentially, it's game, set, match, as Luca Guadagnino serves up an absolute treat with a trio of brilliant performances from Zendaya, Mike Feist, and Josh O'Connor, who keep the adrenaline flowing and a heart pounding with their magnetic work, sharing scintillating chemistry in the sexiest and most volatile power play. What's so interesting about this trio of characters is that they're all so unlikable but so interesting, and seeing who holds the power over who, understanding this dynamic in full, is what makes the film, on one hand, engaging because you follow these characters through years in their lives and see just how much their dynamics change, who holds power, who plays mind games with who, and unpredictable because they all share such self-destructive behavior. They have such an obsession with this game and winning it, and everything else comes second. At times, even themselves. You just don't know what button they're gonna push and when they're gonna push it. If I have any issues with challengers, really is that at points, while it does serve a purpose, the jumping back and forth to the past, back to the present, all surrounding this game, so each sequence really moves at different paces, it becomes distracting. There is a clear point to it, and I'm glad they're in the movie. Just the way that it's specifically structured, it can become grating on a first watch. I believe it will reward us on repeat viewings. But before I dive into my final thoughts on Challengers, it's time for you to start the conversation about it in the comments below. Let me know your favorite Luca Guadagnino movie, your favorite sports drama, and what is the best tennis movie? Anything and everything down there. If you're enjoying this review, want to see more like it, there's more reviews like it on this playlist up here. And if you want to talk more movies and TV with me, this is the place to be. Consider clicking that subscribe button, and you won't miss any future conversation on your favorite movies and TV. Challengers is a continuous rush of heart-pounding intensity with brilliant physically and emotionally demanding performances by Zendaya, Feist, and O'Connor. The immaculate direction and inventive camera work finally tuned this masterful game of love and obsession into a nearly flawless work of art. I'm giving Challengers an A minus. Thank you so much for watching, Film Family. Hope you're as excited for Challengers as I have been. Remember to start the conversation about it in the comments below, and big shout out to my channel members for always supporting the channel. I'll be back very soon with more reviews, so until the next one, love each other and love the movies.